Remember tampon Tim Walz? Kamala's jazz hands wannabe failed VP is back and handing out advice to a Democratic Party that, according to the Times, is getting frustrated by President Trump's flood the zone strategy.
Everybody's fatigued. Trust me, I get it. It was pure hell, and the disappointment and the frustration. And I'm, soul searching. What could we have done to make the case? Because we knew this was coming. We knew that the implications, and they're throwing so much at us that we're fatigued.
The Democrats, Dana, are fatigued.
They're fatigued with themselves. Like the Democratic Party favorability is at an all-time low of 31% at Quinnipiac. So that means all the Republicans disapprove, and a big chunk of Democrats disapprove as well. They're having a hard time finding their footing. They think they're going to get one. I thought it was funny last night when they said they were going to have an emergency meeting tomorrow. I mean, they cannot figure it out. Then you have Chuck Schumer, who, as a communicator, I think he really struggles. Like when you see him on the floor of the Senate, he has to read "Good morning," and that doesn't play well on the television. And then he was just telling us how aroused people are getting about the something. Well, I don't even remember what that was about. But like Greg, I can't get it out of my head. The playbook on Trump from Democrats is focus on the economy. Well, where was that focus of the last 4 years? And maybe they wouldn't be in this position.
Are you satisfied, Jessica, with the messengers in your party this first week under Trump?
A few of them. A few seem to get it. Like, you can disagree with her politics, which I do generally with AOC, for instance, but she's meeting the moment. She's constantly online. She's posting videos. She's letting you know what her opinion is. I think Chris Murphy on the Senate side has done a good job as well, and Jasmine Crockett in Congress. Now, Trump has taught us many things, but one of them is you just got to be out there. Like, you can say things and take it back later or not even take it back, but you have to be in front of people and you have to be in front of cameras. And Democrats, like Dana was saying, tomorrow I'm going to tell you about something that's an emergency. That doesn't work. Your house is on fire. Your baby's got a fever. I'm going to the doctor. I'm calling the fire department right now. They also were supposed to have a press conference on the January 6th pardons this week. The pardons happened last week and everyone's already forgotten, right? We've moved on to the next crisis. Last night, though, or yesterday, I should say, there was a special election in Iowa for a state Senate seat. It was a plus 21 for Trump win, and a Democrat flipped that seat. And there's a big disagreement within the party about what the strategy has to be going forward. Is it blow it all up and we have to refurbish the brand completely? Or do we bide our time and we see what's happening? We held these Senate seats where Trump won in Wisconsin and in Michigan, Nevada, Arizona. We have swing state Democrats or swing district Democrats like Pat Ryan that won by plus 13 in Trump districts. So there are people on either sides of the fence, but we have to talk more. Not aroused talk, but just talk more.
Do you agree with that strategy? Talk more, Judge?
No, I think they need to think more. Okay. Donald Trump is dominating. I mean, they're lost in the wilderness. He's taking a wrecking ball to Washington and they're dithering. Okay. And I'm sorry, I keep saying the same thing every day because they don't get it. Do you not know why you lost on November 5th? Was it that hard? When Tim Walz says, what could I have done to make the case? Why didn't you talk about the price of food? Maybe it was too much, or border crossings, maybe the crimes that are being committed are something that we need to be concerned about as Americans. This guy says he's fatigued. It's pure hell. Donald Trump was indicted. He went to trial 2 or 3 times that I can recall. He was convicted. The guy was on the campaign trail. He has 20 years at least on all of them. He's fighting the good fight. They don't even know what hell is. They can't compare to the determination and to the patriotism of the people on the right who are determined to get this ship right.
You know, the losing VP going on Maddow and saying the party's fatigued, Greg. Not great communication strategy.
Well, when you look at Walz, what do you see? Nothing. And that's it's the Democratic Party. They need to find out what they are. They need to find out who they are. But what if it doesn't exist? What if wokeism, the virus, killed the host? Mm-hmm. And that is why they can't come back. I'm going to predict this. It's going to be a wild prediction. I don't think the Democratic Party, as you know, from 2024, is going to be around. There might be something different. And I'm going to tell you why. because this is a brilliant, brilliant move on Trump's part. If the Republican Party is the party of common sense, what's outside that? What's the alternative? How can you put yourself up against common sense? And everybody now, when they hear those two words, common sense, they go, oh yeah, they're the Republicans. You know, they're sons of bitches. But you know what? The common sense. I mean, you know, immigration and crime and this gender stuff, they're a little crazy. But on that stuff, common sense. So you try to imagine, okay, how would the Democrats handle those three issues without being common sense? They can't. It's like they'll end up going back to wokeism. And then the wokeism can only concentrate itself because then the sane people keep leaving, which is what happened with the Republicans. You got the Elon Musks, you got the RFKs and the Tulsi Gabbard's. The sane people left. So what happens is what happens at every company. When the bad stay behind, it's because they don't have the options to leave. And so the company gets worse and worse. So the Democratic Party is going to become an insignificant, kind of like crusty little ball of excrement. And no one's going to want, because I don't understand how do you counter common sense?
It's like what he did on foreign policy, America first.
Yeah.
What's their answer to that?
I'll be America second.
Last.
All right, Jessica. He predicted it.
Yes.
Dead pile of excrement.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to what life will be like as a ball of poo.
I had a liberal magazine busted for trying to paint MAGA as rape. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.